YouTube, YouTube, YouTube.
I can't get over how cute his voice is, man. Anyway, today we are watching a video by Goose Pimples. This is the 7 scary videos that will grip your breath and bladder? Question mark. Anyways, if you like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Okay, here we go. I kind of accidentally read a couple of comments, and I believe that Casper site may be in this video.
Home sweet home.
By the sounds of things.
This scary video might just
Why do I
make
feel
you
so
think
much darker?
twice about spending the night
You know what?
alone at
Should be the room
Stupid
colours.
Clock. After months of getting the heebie-jeebies in his own home, this guy couldn't shake the feeling that something was seriously off. He'd been catching twisted shadows out of the corner of his eye, but one terrifying night finally pushed him over the edge. Desperate for a break, he fled to a hotel for a few days, hoping the distance would calm his nerves. But when he returned, he came back with a plan. Phone on one hand, spare pants on the other.
That's me.
To catch that shadow
Straight up, that's me.
Who didn't even offer to pay the rent.
Okay, I get it. Okay, it was just a reference. Shadow bastard. That is what Casper site says. Hilarious.
I'm fully invested. Let's go and see a shadow bastard. Come with me. Come on, let's go.
There he is. Okay.
The footage was settled.
He's so funny, man.
All. Maybe even prove that it was all in his head. But that very footage was the thing that sent him spiraling. And it all started in the kitchen.
Okay, I'm back home. It's been about 3 days.
Remember, I'm not scared. I'm just praying. That is not scary.
I'm back from my hotel room, and I've still been witnessing uneasy feeling in here. It's the only way I can describe it. So,
do you know how to make it less uneasy? Say it with me. Turn some bloody lights on. Look, he's got his oven light on, and that's what he's using to illuminate his house.
Tonight, I'm just trying to see if there's
I can see a perfectly good light up there.
any type of communication. Whoever you are, I've caught you a couple of times on camera.
Yo, what up? Ghost Golden Guns over here. And I'm going live right now because that's why. Hello.
What's why?
Hello. Is anyone there? What the f***? What the f***?
I'm right there with you. What the
Who is out
front door?
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What the f***?
Just shut the door, mate.
Hello.
Hello.
Who is there? Oh my goodness, please stop. What the f***? Please stop. Please stop. This is my house. Leave. Leave. This is my house, you know?
You're talking to a ghost saying, this is my house. Realistically, what are you going to do? Like, in my house, if there was a big spider, I'd move out. If there was I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it. Or, you know, when like speak things into existence. I don't want to do that. However, if there was a ghost I'd run, okay?
Not allowed.
I wouldn't stay here.
Leave. Oh my goodness.
You just need it to pop around the corner and be like, you leave. I mean, hopefully not, but... It doesn't help that he doesn't turn any lights on. It's so annoying.
Hello. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. That fucking made me jump. I forgot about that. I thought I saw something then. My God.
The strangest thing about this is that if the cupboard doors were just swinging open, you could probably brush all this off as a bit of string. But how the hell are they slamming closed as well? Unless this guy has employed the borrowers to pull the door shut from the inside, there's no way it could be closed so aggressively.
That's actually not true. I don't know if any of you have like opened a, I don't know, say like a wardrobe door. If there's a stopper on it, it will just bounce off. Or if there's a hinge that's sort of stiff enough, it will just bounce off and then go back. So that's not completely accurate. However, still scary.
And it turns out that things in there got weirder and weirder. But
the weirdest thing,
some kind of malevolent presence behind the crazy cupboards,
is that he won't turn lights on.
Decided to invest in an SLS camera. He found exactly what you'd expect when it comes to software like that. But there was another element to the video he caught that will make your hair stand on end.
Oh God, as if I need help with that. Nah, that looks like it's picking up
Oh man, that's fucking
the
crazy.
shadow, but that's pretty horrible, not gonna lie.
What the fuck, man? Who's there?
You know when you can just... My thoughts are is that his voice, he's not very convincing, but that could just be because he's not as scared as I am. It's very fixed, like the SLS bit is very fixed on that shadow, isn't it, in the corner where it's obviously the light is being blocked by the cooker.
Is creepy enough, but the fact that it was right in front of the cupboard and then on command, the door swung open and closed again. Albeit more gentle this time, but still a huge paranormal punch in the face. After living in fear of this phantom cupboard fanatic, the activity seemed to die down, and he became slightly more comfortable, relaxing in the front room. But one night, after he thought it was all over and done with,
so did I, mate.
He felt it. That small yet overwhelmingly foreboding sense of dread began to sliver up his body, twisting through every nerve as he realized that it had never ended. He pulled out his camera, and in his desperation, he managed to catch this.
What the
Turn the bloody light on.
The footage is somewhat blurred, but if you focus just a little, you can easily make out what looks like a silhouette lurking in the shadows. But what the hell, or who the hell was it?
Craig David.
A poltergeist told me you enjoy scary videos like this, but don't subscribe just yet. We'll earn your subscription by the end of this scary compilation.
I rate that so highly, man. Like, I've even stopped saying it at the beginning of my videos. Just
when this woman moved herself,
if you want to, you will. If you don't,
on their own,
don't worry about it.
Away from everyone she knew, she thought she was signing up for a life of serenity, but she was instead greeted with the brutal reminder that our canine companions are much better at spotting all things paranormal than we are.
Pretty sure I've seen this.
Clip she caught from her
So
garden.
creepy.
That was hella weird. There's literally...
Also, that... I'm just going to say it now, right? The goal is just continue killing it on YouTube 4 times a week until I can go full time, and then I'll even upload every single day. I don't care. All I want is a garden that's big enough to put an outhouse like that, and that is going to be where I stream and record and all that sort of stuff. Mad, honestly.
No way that door just opened.
Ah, bro. Mad.
Yo, like, I really don't get freaked out, but that was really just...
Flamingo glass.
That door has a keypad lock on it. Like, and it's actually hard to get in. Dutch, where are you going? Don't leave me.
Leave her. There you are.
There's like... What?
The thing is, dogs do...
Why did you just jump like that?
I've seen dogs react like that to insects or...
Why did...
Like,
baby.
loads of different things, you know what I mean? It could have been anything. Still pretty scary though, because
Do you see her?
she doesn't really know what's going on, does she?
No, you don't physically see anything that would make you reach for your spare pants out of sheer fear, but you can just sense that something isn't right. The main contenders for this are 1. The lovely ominous
Can't lie,
pitch black
doesn't take a lot
doorway,
for me to
and the fact that the dog
myself.
is barking not just at it, but into it with her head pointed upwards, because that means she was looking at something tall. Tall and ghostly do not go together well. The dog clearly doesn't want to put any paws too close
I just
to the
realised
doorway,
I'm going to be the
and
scariest
probably
ghost.
for good reason.
I'm 6'5",
Because when
mate.
she braved it and walked closer,
I'm just going to be the
she
haunting
saw
everyone.
something that made her
Imagine,
jump back.
I've always had this thought. Imagine like, I'm not really religious in any way, but imagine heaven, for argument's sake, was real. You get to the gates and it's like, cool, you can either come in and have 3 slush puppies for life, or you can go and haunt all the bastards that ever did you wrong. I can't lie. I like a slush puppy, but I'd also love to scare the shit out of people. Food for thought.
But what could she
I
have
don't know why this stuff
possibly
goes through my
seen?
brain, but it does.
A lot of commenters seem to think the original poster just had someone hiding behind the door. But think about it. You know from just one quick scroll through this woman's profile that she keeps herself to herself.
And also,
anyone she
the dog
had
wouldn't have
in her
reacted like that
house
if there was someone
would be
behind the door, because they would have
someone
known.
she and her dog trusted. So what could she see standing in that doorway?
Why did you just jump like that?
Number 5. Whisked away. This little girl was reaching for that much needed cup of mid-play juice, but she didn't even get time to enjoy it before she realized that playtime was only just starting.
Oh, Christ on a bike, mate. Oh my god, this sort of stuff scares the life out of me. Also, I have more than one question, but I'm going to ask one. Did the juice stay upright on the floor in the cup? Because if it did, we have a very talented ghost on our hands.
As we know, getting kids to cooperate with you well enough to make a convincing video, in general, is difficult. Let alone getting them to pretend they're really scared. Even the snowflakes, who are already scared of their own shadow. You could say that it was one of her parents.
Nah, the thing is, because I can imagine my son doing that. Because he does some weird ass things. That is funny. Oh my god, imagine being scared of your own shadow.
It's pulling a harsh prank.
That's so funny.
But think about it. She was stood directly in front of a sharp corner, and when she was dragged backwards, there was no regard for her head. If it were her parent, surely they would be more careful with how they handled her. So what
I don't know, mate. I've seen some parents in before that I'm... They scream, mate. Yeah, I've seen some horrendous people that have kids. I'm like,
big nightmare for a lot
bloody
of
hell.
people, especially for Carlos, because his next door neighbours are all dead, quite literally. Instead of moving into a suburban neighbourhood full of trees and white picket fences.
Listen, I know that Casper site, he always says, in a graveyard. This geezer lives in a graveyard.
He opted for soft worn earth and old stone monuments. If you haven't guessed it already, he lives in amongst those in their final resting place.
Mi gente, miren ahí.
What is that?
Miren lo que acabo de captar. Miren. Ahí. ¿Vieron lo que salió de ahí? Miren. Esos son... ¡Wow!
Oh.
Mi gente, miren, se están comiendo. Oh, señor. Que si me le acerco más puede ser que se vayan. Miren, se metieron para la tumba.
You could not pay... There is a cost of living crisis in the world. And housing prices, especially in the UK, anyone who lives in the UK, you'll understand completely what I'm saying. You can't rent a 2-bedroom house now for less than, I don't know, especially where I live, about 1,500 quid. £1,500, dollars, whatever you want to say, whatever. You could not pay me to live here. You could say to me, look, rent free, we will give you £2,000 a month to live here. It'll be the easiest no. The easiest.
Miren, ¿lo ven?
You guessed it. He lives in a cemetery. Naturally, this real-life horror movie title comes with a full plot.
Mate, if you say to someone, I live in a cemetery, you sound homeless.
Seventh circle of hell milling around.
Mi gente, miren, siento gente aquí. Ok. Miren, ahí hay gente dándole mantenimiento a la tumba para que ustedes vean. Yo me siento bien cuando andan limpiando esto acá. Mi amor, ¿tú crees que tú te atreverías a venir hoy a acostarnos ahí donde yo me acuesto en la noche a ver películas? Huevo, brother. Bien. Sí, esos son los que trabajan aquí. Están dándole mantenimiento. Hermano. Bien, bien, vecinos.
Like it's just another Tuesday. So, if you literally live in a cemetery and things like this start happening.
Mi gente, miren. Me encuentro en mi casa. Miren. Miren que no hay absolutamente nada. Y me encuentro como medio raro. No sé qué es lo que está pasando. Pero en verdad, no sé qué es lo que está pasando, mi gente, en mi casa hoy. Miren, señores, miren.
Oh my God.
Como que no sé, como que hay algo raro en mi
Something weird.
habitación. Hoy.
Yeah. It's called Where You Live, mate.
Por favor, necesito que me ayuden hoy sí. Hoy siento esto, miren, estoy solo en mi casa. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa, Dios. Y siento como que se mueven todas las cosas. Oh, Dios mío, se apagó la luz.
Shut the
You might as well get the place blessed. After all, it's not like you would have much to lose in that
Bro.
situation.
You look outside your window and you think, oh, let's look at the view. What view? You sausage. You live amongst the dead.
Although ironically, this is precisely where it all started getting 10 times worse. Christian Blay traveled to the Dominican Republic to meet Carlos and see what magic he could work to communicate with the spirits roaming around the home. And boy, did he get way more than he bargained for.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santi. Amén. ¿Y qué fue? ¿Tú viste? Mi gente, no me he empezado el en vivo.
Whatever it was that was lingering in Carlos's house barely even let a prayer begin before letting all hell break loose. While you could argue that a lot of poltergeist activity
Someone explained to me, and this may sound stupid. I also know I say a lot of stupid things, so I'm used to it now. Why is it that they ask questions and they think they're dealing with a poltergeist or whatever, but why is it they only ever knock your clothes off or a shelf over? And do you know what I mean? Pick me up. Don't pick me up. If there's anyone in here, you fucking dare. Pick him up and make him dance or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, have some fun with it.
could have been carefully crafted
Just
by
not
the
me.
film crew, but the guy lives in a goddamn graveyard.
Anyone
It's
touches me?
safe to say there might be something a little creepy going on. After establishing that Carlos's house was teeming with activity, they all decided to go outside into the cemetery and see what awaited them
Oh, yeah.
there. Oh, you didn't
We're in so much danger inside. Let's go outside where it's not safe.
think I meant literally waiting for them. Well, check out what they caught almost the second they put their feet to the ground.
Miren eso que está encaramado allá arriba, manito.
That's
¿Qué es esa vaina? ¿Lo ven? ¿Qué es eso?
It's the fucking graveyard Batman.
I'm just a bed.
Carlos, pero,
Do a flip.
no, Carlos, yo creo que es una gente. Tú estás relajando.
Gente.
Ven, préstame, ven, déjame enfocar eso. Pásame para acá. Tú tienes una gente, Carlos, ¿cómo va a ser?
If you think that this is a prop of some kind, you can see the legs moving slightly as the camera pans away, and after a bit more trapezing through the tombstones,
Mate, you want to see how quick I throw a brick?
they saw this.
Esto está tenebrosísimo.
Dale taqui. Vamos a compartir esto.
Vamos a compartirlo, mi gente. Todo el mundo para Facebook, compartiendo para Facebook. Ahí cuando usted le da a compartir, le sale la opción para usted compartirlo en su Facebook. Vamos a compartirlo en Facebook. Todo el mundo.
Eso es totalmente gratis.
Con eso usted no está apoyando. Imagínense.
Miren.
Mira.
Venga.
Pero guacatrayo, yo no sé.
One thing I will say, I know this is technically his.
La sangre de Cristo tiene poder.
La sangre de Cristo tiene
Garden?
poder.
La sangre de Cristo tiene poder.
La sangre de Cristo tiene
However,
poder.
they're not
En nombre de Jesucristo
There's a
viene
lot
tan
of-
protegido. Déjame decirle algo. Ven, dale para acá, pégate de
like,
mí.
you know, dead people in there, and
¿Ustedes recuerdan que yo me clavé casi un clavo o una varilla?
I don't know.
So this can only be one terrifying truth out of two. Either someone or something.
No, it's someone.
watching
I
them roam
don't.
around
That's
through
not.
the graveyard, and
I don't know.
somehow both are equally as horrific as the other. The long
Look, I know that my regulars will know. We say it all the time. The living are scarier than the dead. 100%. However, I don't know, man. Seems like they're not being very respectful. Do you know what I mean?
The more you realise
I don't know,
that
man.
this living nightmare sprawls for miles because the crew started walking across roads and the turmoil appears to stretch for miles.
De Moca.
Desde Moca, aquí a Pantoja.
What is that torch? That looks like a torch that comes out of a kid's. I don't know.
Un muchacho con nosotros.
¿Y los dos que venían con nosotros?
¿Dónde están ellos?
Ellos se mandaban para mí que fue.
That's like
Cuando yo vi
my
que estaba
first
yo vi
torch.
el chamaquito dice, no, detrás de cámara, dice esto con algo, como que se iba. Para llevar la vela allá. Y esta, espera. Son aquellos que están allá, ven a ver. Había uno con suéter blanco. Había uno con suéter blanco, ¿verdad? Yo lo vi como en esa esquina.
Aquí.
Ahí en esa esquina para allá. Yo vi un suéter blanco ahí, sí. Ahora mismo. Cuidado.
Mira.
They are then drawn to a
No,
specific
I don't know.
tomb.
I don't know how expensive it is in wherever he lives. Is it Dominican Republic? I think they said. I don't know how expensive it is there, but he's got a fresh haircut. He has some quite expensive designer clothes. Move out. Guess what? You wouldn't have this problem.
And for some godforsaken reason, they thought it would be a brilliant idea to get it open and shove a camera down there.
What is that?
Pero Marín, tú estás asustado, agárralo tú también. El diale.
Es un sótano, mi gente.
Ah, que es un sótano. Para enterrar muertos, mi gente. Miren, bóveda ahí, miren. Es un sótano.
Come on, man. This is making me feel weird. Not in a scared way, but in like a disrespectful kind of way.
Yo me tiro si ustedes me dicen que me tire. Vamos a meternos.
¿Tú?
Claro que sí, yo me
Yo
tiro.
me meto. ¿Y cómo te vas a salir?
Mira. Mira, esas son tumbas, eso es un túnel que hay ahí con pila de tumbas. ¿Y cuándo no se mete por aquí?
Didn't even spot that.
Mira cómo anda ahí la cacata gigante, mira. Mira la cacata gigante que hay.
No, porque
Right, can we look around my room now? Because I'm terrified of spiders. Oh, mate. We got some bad boys in the UK at the moment.
Thinking that
Oof.
it wouldn't make things any worse. They had a look down there, and while it got their adrenaline pumping, they didn't see anything lurking below. That might be because it was lurking nearby instead. As they all started trying to retrace some steps, they got the chilling sense that something had followed them, which is when they turned around and saw this.
Nada de lo que venga de aquí quiero yo. Vamos a ver, estos tigres inventan. A comer mango vinieron ellos al cementerio, miren, mi gente.
Ya se lo comiendo.
Se lo comiendo.
No chancean aquí.
Para tentar coro, déjame ver cuánto yo tengo de carga. Ah, no, tengo un 26 de carga, mi gente. Entre más me gusta le den y más compartan el video, yo voy a durar más tiempo aquí. Así que denle compartan y denle me gusta.
That mango tree.
Carlos, ¿qué tú nos recomiendas?
When I tell you, oh, I'm not eating a single fruit that is grown in a graveyard, mate. No way.
Pero no se separen, no me dejen solo. Espérate. Pero tigres, ¿qué? ¿Y para dónde que van? Pero tigres se desorientan toditos. Péguense, ven, manín, ven, pégate, ven. Ven. Ay. Ven para acá, pégate para acá, ven. Pégate, ven. No se despegue, pues estos tigres.
So confused.
No podemos separar. Eso no está cayendo atrás. No podemos separar. Eso no
That's
está
me.
cayendo atrás
We
desde
are
que salimos de la
not
casa.
splitting
Pero
up.
eso
How
yo
about
nunca lo había visto.
No nos separemos, ya, qué susto me di yo. Cuando yo me quedé solo con esta cámara, yo me di susto.
Desde que vino Cristian. Este hombre como que estaba desgojado. Donde este hombre vino, comenzó. Se siente como más el pánico.
Mira, adentro de la tumba, ¡Ay!
There's one verse like, how many? And they're sprinting.
Espérame,
And it doesn't end there. It was a 2-for-1 on light and dark at the demon store apparently.
¿Y esta luz? Espérate. Quita el foco, yo no tengo foco, puedo. ¿Y esta luz? Ay, espérate. No. Mira. Por ahí una blanca, ¿dónde está? Mira.
Mira cómo se agacha, mira.
Mira. ¿Qué es eso?
Se ve. Mira. Ay, chulo.
Bro,
Ay,
if something runs out of the dark at me,
allá atrás.
you will see the last thing that I ate because I will throw up.
No me parece.
Okay, he was genuinely terrified.
While the whole blessing thing went out the window quite early on, these guys didn't get to feel like the Scooby Gang whilst getting a hell of a lot of steps in. The spookiest thing about this clip is also the fact that it was originally a live video, meaning for the activity to be faked, it would have had to have been planned meticulously. Would they go to all that effort for a fake ghost video?
Mate,
Especially.
silly question. Yes, 100%. Because ghost videos, when they are faked, real, whatever you want to say, they get views. And it really is as simple as that. 100% they get
already
faked.
lives in the infamous house and has existing notoriety from his creepy home videos. So what could have been following them through the seamlessly endless cemetery?
That's scary. Why are you running in the dark, you weird freak?
Number 3. Riding shotgun. This man had absolutely no idea of the sheer horror that was merely a few centimeters from his face while riding in the car. These two friends were taking videos of each other to try and make the car journey feel a little less long and spooky, but as they turned the camera around once more, they felt a chill enter the car, and it wasn't until they watched the footage back that they realised
Okay,
while their hairs
time to
simultaneously
pray.
stood on end.
What in the... Is that Mr. Freeze?
Yeah, it could be
Oh, it
a
is.
reflection of
Cool.
some kind of combination of reflections and streetlights. But why the hell did this totally normal reflection look like it had two eyes and stray pieces of lank, lifeless hair blowing in front of them? Whatever it was,
Man, it was kind of like doing... And then it blinked, I swear.
it isn't anything we'd like to stumble upon whilst flickering through any car snaps. Number 2. Dinner is served. While opening up and getting everything ready for the day, this restaurant manager wanted nothing more than a slow and chill early shift. But as you probably know from watching this channel, contrary to popular deception, poltergeists do not retire when the sun comes out. They go about their days in the same way as we do, something this guy found out the hard way.
Why is that one chair just kind of pushed out?
A lot of
Like, he looked around like you would. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, what the hell? Like, you'd look to see if anyone saw it.
commenters seem to think this could be the result of a wet table, wet objects, sagging or tilted flooring. But the original poster, who is an employee at the restaurant, swears up and down that both the objects and the table were dry, and the wet look on the table was just a gloss finish. They also said that them and the other staff went and took a meter stick to the floor later on, and there was nothing to suggest that the floor was anything but level. The stopping and starting motion of the sliding objects also eliminates that being.
See, that is hard again though, because you guys will know, because it 100% has happened to you. You know when you put, my god, that made me jump. Oh my god. When you put a drink or an object down on something that is wet, it can slide. It's happened to me loads.
A possibility.
So it is hard.
The most compelling thing.
And they can say, "Oh yeah, it was dry," but
isn't
really,
any object moving around. It's the guy's reaction. Look at the way he slowly picks up the item and looks around like he thinks.
I mean, it's scary because yeah, his reaction is.
Number 1.
Fair. Oh, okay, here we go.
Break. While hosting a chilled out games day at their church, these guys were expecting nothing but smooth sailing. The kids were happy, they were happy, and everything seemed great. Until one team member called them all back to the security room, as pale as a ghost, to show them that the kids might not have been the only ones taking advantage of the activities.
John, how is it doing that? But wait, John, it's about to break on its own. It's gonna break on its own.
You have to watch it until it breaks. That's when I start crying.
Watch, John. Are you watching this thing? Yeah. It's not moving. No. Oh, in there. No, watch. Oh, watch, John. Watch.
That hurts so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch.
It's about to go crazy and break.
Wait, what?
It's still moving! It's still moving, y'all! It's still moving! It's still moving!
If it floats in the air, it goes for the child and a freak.
Mate, they all
Right off the
sound.
bat, all of these people sound like they're being genuine. There's
Took the words
so
right out of my
many different
face.
emotions to be heard while this all goes down. The pool cue rattling around could be because of movement making the floor and pool table shake. But how the hell did it break? by
No
itself?
way, mate. It's not the floor moving, like the people running around and that. No way. Goosey P. I love this guy's videos, man. I love his dynamic, the way that he puts them all together, his voice.
But was it a ghost?
Doesn't sound anything like that. Anyways, if you like the video, subscribe. And if you have any recommendations, send them to me on Instagram. I've been getting so many recs recently, they've been so good. So keep them coming. As always, I'll see you on the next one.